Nomadic peoples considered something supernatural to be the cause of this. Sedentarism, agriculture, and animal domestication appear these ecosystem imbalances. In addition to the search for water for urban ancient cultures, ancient Egypt, Mesopotamia, Greece, two causes of illness, change, and divine punishment, development of hygienic principles. First, basic sanitary rules. Creation of canals by the Persian and rainwater catchment wells, channels for water supply and drainage. Homer spoke of divine, traumatic, and environmental punishment as three causes of first major sanitary works: grease, rum, various material for pipes, water distribution, and Roman aqueducts. First, advancing hydraulics and hydro 4000 BC water quality problems. Search for improved taste and smell of water. Disinfection by solar rays and boiling. Seawater desalination by Aristotle through with
Middle Ages, European culture was characterized by the care of spiritual soul, leaving great problem of health. In the Middle Ages, Europe experienced the famous epidemic of the Black Death, plague that killed approximately 20 to 25 million Europeans and resulted in the persecution of Jews accused of poison water source. Later, the Roman military works and hydraulic construction that had been forgotten are reconstructed. Among the most important aspects were the provision of cooling ways out of windows in Paris and Nuremberg when pouring water into the river, as well as appearance of the first water towers.
At the end of 1700, the economy was based on manual labor, and later it was gradually replaced by industry. The economy through trade was boosted the introduction of rail systems. Pandemic diseases were of great importance. Emerson and Thoreau contributed to environmentally, socially, philosophically, and politically, seeking the conservation and improvement of the natural environment, both for the world and in general for the entire world. From 1849 to 1854, various sanitary facilities were carried out due to the increase in studies on epidemics. In 1886, sanitary engineering was born.
Environmental engineer in the modern age. At the end of the 15th century, there were uncontrolled process of urbanization. The main problem was the migration of the people to cities, where there were not favorable sanitary conditions. Advances in public health drastically favored the sanitary conditions of the population. Studies on disease of the mines, chronic and occupational mercury poisonings, arsenic, antimony, and copper. Fracastoro. The theory of the animated contagious epidemics are spread by invisible live germs that they pass from one individual to another. Johann Peter Frank, in the 18th century, claimed the realization of health, social, and economic reforms because of the bad sanitary conditions. Witton, the more view chemical disinfection of objects contaminated by fumigation of carbon vapors chlorine. During the 18th century, new ideas for hydraulic works arrived. The water closet are a modern sanitary device used to collect and evacuate solid and liquid human excrement towards a sanitation facility and that prevents by means of a clean water of siphon system.
In 1916, the first notion of environmental engineering in Colombia were given. In 1997, the agreement for the wetlands and the program for saving and efficient use of water is made. In 2006, the Santo Tomas University began an undergraduate degree in Environmental Engineering and Environmental Research and Innovation Group. In 2020, the monitoring of air quality begins in the main cities of Colombia.